Howdy, my friends, and welcome back to Après-Shred. Today we're back at Fitzgerald. We're going to take the Stagecoach Loop to the 3 downhill trails. As with our previous videos, we're going to start at the Dodd Avenue parking lot. A link is in the description below. There is also the Bayari parking lot, which is a bit further in, and I've got a link for that as well. As we get to the top of Dodd Avenue, we can go to the left or to the right. To access the downhill trails, we are going to go to the right. And as soon as we're on Stagecoach Loop, we're going to go to the left. This access road is where you will come back to Stagecoach Loop after each of the downhill trails. So they all terminate at that access road, and you can just ride it right back up and get on the Stagecoach Loop. It'll save you a little bit of time, and you'll get more downhill runs in if you take the shortcut. So, coming up on Gully Washer, this is the only downhill trail where you turn right off of Stagecoach Loop. The rest of the downhill trails, you're going to hang a left and you're going to go uphill to start. The second trail is Barking Iron, and you go under this stone arch. And again, it's going to be to your left, and you're going to climb up to access the downhill trail. And then the third downhill trail, which is probably the best, is Bridge is Out. Again, it's going to be access to the left after you go under the bridge. And oh, the irony in the name, Bridge is Out, since there are 2 bridges now that cover the original gaps. So no forced gaps, nice and safe. And of course, Stagecoach Loop is going to terminate either at Frontier Trail, or you can continue the loop back to Bayari Park or Dodd Avenue. Each of the downhill trails is relatively short. It's a great way to get into jumping, downhilling. And again, with the access road, it's relatively short riding to get to each of the trailheads. There are no forced gaps. Everything is a tabletop. Lots of berms, lots of fun. As we end Gully Washer, you can see the access road. We're going to take a right. We're going to head right back up to Stagecoach, and we're going to take a right to get back onto Stagecoach and go to the next downhill trail, which is Barking Iron. So Barking Iron, you can either roll in or you can go off this nice little stone drop. But today we're going to roll it in with my 11-year-old daughter just to show how rideable this trail is. This is the first time she's been on the trail. And as you can see, big tabletops, no forced gaps, nice and rideable. If you haven't watched the other Fitzgerald videos, I encourage you to take a look. There are so many trails out here. It's a great mountain biking area hidden in East Springdale.
Nice job.
And last but not least, we have Bridge is Out. This is one of the coolest features on the trail. This nice stone drop, which I will avoid when I do it myself later in the video. So, for Bridge is Out, you've got a little bit of a stone drop, probably 1 to 2 feet to drop in. Again, no forced gaps, just big tables. And that stone drop I showed you earlier in the video. One of the coolest features is coming up the berm, hitting this feature here, taking the berms and wrapping right back under. There I am avoiding the drop, and we head to the very end where I will also avoid the small gap at the end to the access road. Hey, if you're in Springdale riding, I always recommend the Après-Shred experience at the Odd Soul. Cold beer, great pizza. There's the video. Thanks for watching, and shred well, my friends.